Good afternoon. I was going to say good morning. Hello, friends. Happy Monday. My name is Ray with Dizzy Designer. If you're new here, let me get us pulled up. Whoops. On my computer so that I can see comments because they've not been working. I just have to make sure that we're muted so that way. There we go. Facebook doesn't block the video. Please let me know when you hop on so I know who's here with me. I'm on my right page, but I'm not pulling up the live video yet. Okay. There we go. I've got us pulled up. So when you hop on, let us know that you're here. Sorry about that delay. We are going to do an insert for our trucks. So I've got one of our 12-inch trucks here. We also have the 24-inch trucks, which are gigantic back there. I've still got a spring one on there. I need to do a new kit for summer because we're into summer now. Anyways, we're going to do a kit for this, and it is going to actually be the birthday kit. And the reason for that is because we are coming up on the 4th anniversary, 4 years in business for Dizzy Designer. So I thought this would be the perfect kit to do today. Let me tip you guys down here a little bit so you can see what I'm gonna do. All right, so I like to use my sponges. Anybody that follows me regularly knows that I like to use the sponges. Let me get my heat gun plugged in here so we can speed up the drying process. I am a little bit early today. I usually try to go on about 6, but I'm tired and I didn't want to wait, so here I am. So we've got happy birthday with some birthday balloons, a birthday hat, a birthday cake. Our little license plate is going to say party, and the back of the truck will say happy birthday. And since we're doing it for Dizzy Designer, we're going to use some fun, bright, girly colors because that's what I like. So definitely going to use some bright magenta is my favorite. I'm going to use some white. Let's go ahead and let's start with our license plate. So right now, I've actually got a black truck that I'm going to put this on, but I've got a red one right here next to me. So I'll use that to show you what it's going to look like, but then I'll take a final picture with the black truck. So we're going to go ahead and do our party sign. Let me see if I've got some glittery. I have some silver and gold, but I also have glitter somewhere. Oh, here it is. All right. We're going to have fun with this one. Let me just pull up. I'm not seeing any comments, so if you guys hop on, just say hello in the comments. I'm gonna do some pink and white to start with. Hello, hello. It's showing me I got some people hopping on and off, but it doesn't show me who's on here yet, and I'm not just seeing any comments either, so if you're talking to me, I do apologize. Facebook can be kind of finicky. All right, again, bright magenta. This is one of my favorite colors. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use that. And I'm gonna use, where's my other white that I usually use? Here it is. Hello, Dorothy. There we go. I'm seeing some names coming through now. Hi, Winifred. All right, so we got some white. Hello, Holly. Got some white, got some pink. Okay, so I'm gonna start with that. I think I'm gonna do an ombre look. So I'm gonna start with some white at the top. Guys, I'm totally just winging this as we go. So change my mind here at any second and go a totally different direction with it, but this is what we're starting with. So then I'm gonna start with the pink up from the bottom. And how you get that ombre look is by going back and forth in the middle and mixing that white and pink together. So you want to make sure those two colors are kind of, they're not dry, they're not completely dry. You want to make sure they're a little bit wet still in order for them to blend the best. And sometimes you just have to go back and forth between the two colors a couple of times until you get exactly what you're looking for. So there we go. We've kind of got 3 colors. We've got the darker color. It mixes and makes a lighter color in the middle. And then we've got white at the top. And I am going to do party in my sterling, silver sterling from Folk Art. If I can get some out of here, that is. There we go. I'm just gonna use a smaller little sponge for that part. And I may probably will do a couple coats of the silver because I really want it to be nice and shiny. And this kit is on the website. I did not link it yet, but I will after the live is over. So it is available currently for you guys. All right, so let me just show you. It's not done yet. I'm gonna do another coat of the silver on there, but that's gonna be our license plate. And I think I'm gonna do pretty much the same thing down here for happy birthday, but maybe do it opposite. So we'll have the pink at the bottom and the white at the top. I'm gonna do my second coat here. Hi, Pamela. Second coat of silver. Just really covers it a lot better than that first coat. I only did half of it. I don't know if you guys can see it in the camera. You can really see through to the wood on this side. Over here it's covered pretty good. So definitely a second coat is needed on that this color. All right, so there we go. There's what we're working with so far. Let me find my glue and we'll just glue it as we go. I think we're gonna add some polka dots and fun things to it too. I don't think this is gonna be it, but oh no, why is this not working? There we go, it dried up in the cap there. Hey Karen, hey Vicky. All right, so there we go, we got party, all right? For those of you who are just hopping on, we are celebrating 4 years coming up here shortly in just a couple of weeks for Dizzy Designer to be in business. So we're doing the happy birthday party kit for the truck attachment or inserts today. And so we did party first. So this one, I am gonna do the opposite, and I'm gonna do white at the bottom and pink on the top. And I just kind of go about halfway up. I'm gonna swipe it across first and then do the dabbing. It just kind of paints a little bit quicker that way. And then we'll do a second coat anyways, so. Sorry if you guys can hear my dog up there barking. And then I'll go down, hello Tiffany, hi Karen. I'll go down into the white with my bright magenta. Sorry, I'm like thinking and not talking out loud today. How's everybody doing tonight? All right, so starting, but we're not finished yet. Hi Tamara, hello, hello. And then I'm gonna go back in with some more white from the bottom and work my way back up into the pink and try to blend it some more. And then we'll probably come back down with some more of the magenta until we get exactly the color that we're looking for. Some people get frustrated because they do one coat and they feel like they should have their desired look, or they're not happy because it's not blending right. You just have to keep going back and forth. I'm not happy with how this looks right now, but I will be happy with it by the time we're done. So it just takes some work. So I'm gonna go back with the magenta into the white, and we're just gonna keep blending right here in the middle until we get it to look exactly like we want it to. Oops. The trick though, whoops, I did not mean to go up that far, is to make sure that your paint is still a little bit wet when you're trying to blend, otherwise it's not gonna work. I'm gonna go back into put a little bit more of the magenta on there, and I'm just kind of going back into the middle with it. Keep the edges a little bit darker. And I think I'm going to do the same thing with the white, just a little bit on the edges. Gives it kind of like a cloudy look, so I'm pretty happy with that. You could keep blending if you don't like it. I like it that way, so I'm gonna leave it. Kind of reminds me, like I said, of a cloud. So I'm gonna go back in to our letters here and do silver again, because I want the lettering to stay the same on both pieces, or on all my pieces. I try to keep the colors pretty similar throughout. We might add some more fun colors onto the next piece, we'll see. Just because there's so much going on with it, I don't think just white and pink will work, but that's okay. So there's coat number 1. We'll definitely do a second coat to make it nice and shiny and shimmery. All right, let that sit a second. And I am gonna kind of look over here. So we're gonna have, I was thinking a pink cake with white frosting. And then maybe I'll do a different color pink for my stripes. I think that's what I'm gonna do though, is mostly pink. So maybe I'll just come up with a couple of different pink colors that I like, and we're just gonna stick with pink, white, and silver. But it'll just be, like I said, we won't just have the two. We'll have different, let's see here. I like fuchsia. Let's grab this one. And probably, honestly, just these ones mixed together with some white will give us different color options. So we'll stick with that. All right, I should be able to do a second coat now. I'm gonna have to go grab that black truck though, because I don't think putting this onto the red one just to show you guys even is gonna do it any justice. Oops. Goodness, Ray. All right, so happy birthday. So there's that piece. Party's gonna go below it on the truck as the license plate. And then we have this piece to do. Hello, hello, hi Tamara. All right, I do want to do my bright magenta for my cake because that is my favorite color. So I'm gonna go ahead and do these real quick. And the bright magenta. I'm trying not to get my candles because I don't know what color I want to do those yet. And actually, I won't even have to go all the way up there because we'll have the frosting covering it, so that's perfect. Same thing though, I'm going to try not to go over my lines down here just because I don't know that I'm going to use that bright of a color on my balloons. And the bright colors are harder to cover. We can cover them, we can fix anything, I tell you guys that all the time, but it is harder, so we want to try to avoid it if we can. Hi Pam. right, so there's my bright birthday cake, and I'm gonna do white frosting, which I'll probably do 2 different coats on the white just because I want it to be nice and bright. Even though I use the thicker, it's still, the more coats you do, it's just the thicker it's gonna be, the better it's gonna cover. Hi, Georgie. All right. Look how cute that is so far. I know I'm upside down for you guys. Let's see. These will fit together perfect in here. So let's do, I'm gonna get out my fuchsia. I'm gonna do fuchsia right next to the cake so it gives it a different color. I'm gonna move these for now. And the fuchsia will need a second coat because it's just a lighter color, pink, and the lighter colors just tend to need a little bit more work. And that is 3D pieces, so I'm not gonna worry about going over lines or anything there. See, you can see through that, but we'll do another coat and it'll look really good. So then let's see, should I do pink? Maybe let's do the light pink and white stripes over here. And then I can do a dark pink for this little guy. And then I think we'll have, should this balloon be dark pink and this one be white? I think my candles are just gonna be silver and white striped, and then we'll have the gold for the flame. I might even do a third coat for this color. It's really, really light. You can always do, thank you. You can always do the, what am I trying to say? I can't even think. Oh, you can always do white as your base first, so that you don't have to do as many layers of the color, your color that you're trying to use. So like this, in this case, it would have covered quicker with white underneath it, but that's okay. I'm gonna run over here real quick and grab that black truck. Just a second. I have a red truck sitting here with me, but I want this on a black truck. And it's gonna pop really nice off of the black. Whoops, I just kicked my, it's cold down here, so I've got my sweatshirt on and my blankie. Oh, happy birthday, Pamela and hubby. All right, let's try another coat here. All right, I think that's gonna do it. I think, we'll see, but I think it's gonna be what I want it to be. All right, I think that's where we're going. So what I am gonna do on this one, I said we're gonna do blue, or sorry, not blue, we're gonna do white and the light pink stripes. I'm gonna do the whole thing in white first. It's gonna just make it easier to cover and easier to start out with as well. So I don't have to cover this whole thing because that's gonna be done with a 3D piece. But I'm gonna go through with my first coat at least and just kind of paint it by swiping the paint across. And then I'll dab for the next layer. I have to touch that up again because I went right over into the other part. You guys can't even see it in the camera. It doesn't look like from here at least. While that's drying a second, I'm gonna do this piece, the top of our hat. And the magenta, so I got my bright magenta. you know what else? We didn't glue this down yet. So let me move this and we'll glue the happy birthday down while that is drying. It's got the cute little heart for the above the eye. All right, so happy birthday. Let me put it on this truck. This truck's kind of scratched up, but you guys get the, well, you guys can't really see the scratches in there either. So here's what we're looking like so far. I think that the pink and white pop off of the black truck. I think that is the best color choice for it. All right, so we got our first coat over here done. I'm gonna touch this up real quick. I don't know why, because I probably will ruin it and have to do it again, but that's all right. Touch that up. Pink, white, pink, white. All right, that's the way we're gonna do it. Now I'm gonna go into my lighter pink and I'm gonna do this bottom layer in the lighter pink. And just being careful, trying not to go over my line there on that other side. And that white's not dry all the way, that's why it's smearing like it is. So I'm gonna dry it with my dryer real quick. Actually, I'm not yet. I'm gonna do my white. I'm gonna finish my white pieces first. So this whole layer is gonna need another coat of white because it's not, I didn't do a very thick coat of it. And I just wanna make sure it's nice and white. You don't see any of the burn marks through it this way from the laser. And on this top part, I'll do in white. And then I'll hit it with the dryer real quick. So just a second. Take just a second to dry just because it's that thicker white paint. So bear with me a moment. Put these on here though, you can kind of get the gist of how it's going to look here. Hi, Jeannie. All right, that should be dry enough. So then I'll go back in with my lighter pink like I tried to. And we'll cover up this first layer with light pink. I'm gonna do the little swipe method first to cover over here and not go out of my lines, and then I'll dab the rest of it in. I just like the way it finishes when you kind of pounce that on there instead of dragging it across. I think it gives it a smoother finish. There's that one. And then we've got our next coat, or our next layer right here. I'll do another coat there in just a second. I am gonna go ahead and glue this top part on. Hey, Julie. There's the top part of our party hat. Pulling all these colors in together. I'm gonna do another coat over here of this. Just since it's got that white underneath on the other side, I feel like it's so much brighter than this side is. So I would definitely suggest doing white first on all of it just to make it more cohesive. And just be very careful up along the lines where those colors join together. So there we go so far. I guess I can glue down the frosting. Well, I don't want to do that yet because I want to do these pieces. So again, same thing. I'm going to go ahead and do them all white first. The whole candle, the top and everything, just because the colors that I'm going to use, it will only be beneficial. Give us a nice solid base, but it'll also make the colors a little bit brighter as well. All right, so they're all white so far. They're not gonna stay all white. We're gonna let that dry a minute. Then while this is drying, I can go ahead and glue this down. I think we're fine to do that at this point. Frosting on. What's your favorite kind of cake? Tell me in the comments. I like carrot cake. Carrot cake is my favorite. Hi, Tammy. All right. So while this is drying, I'm gonna go ahead and do this in the bright pink, the magenta, and then I'm gonna do a white balloon over here. All right, where's my white? Here we go. And I'll do 2 coats on the balloon, again, just to make sure everything's nice and bright and cohesive. Got that nice bright white on the other side. We want to make it match on this side. So just let those dry a minute. Let me see if I can find an itty bitty brush. I suck at cleaning my brushes, so see if I can pick the dry paint out of here real quick. All right, and then I'm gonna do silver and white, I said, on my candles. So I'm gonna do a silver stripe and then a white stripe. I'll come back through and I'll do a second coat of white on all of these, and I'll also come back through in a minute and do a second coat of the silver anyways too. Because I want it to be nice and bright, nice and shiny. But I don't want to mix my paint. I don't want to have to clean this in between because I'm lazy. So I'm going to dry it first, do my second coat of silver, and then go into my white. Sorry, you guys can probably hear my child stomping through the house upstairs. His Indian name should be Lightfoot because he's not light-footed at all. All right, so now I've got my second coat there of the silver. I'm gonna go and do the same thing with the white. Carefully just do a second coat of white for that stripe in between the silvers. Makes it nice and bright. This one's a teeny tiny spot there. I don't know, I'll get to that in a second, I guess. Let's try it. I'm gonna touch the silver back up, I think, on that part because it kind of went over the line. Yeah, there we go. That looks good. And then I'm gonna use the same brush and I'm gonna use some gold for my candles, for the flame. I'm just gonna leave this nice and thick. I'm not gonna thin it out or like smooth it out, I guess, the paint. because I feel like it gives it some texture that way. You guys see that? How goopy I left the paint instead of smoothing it out like I normally do. Maybe it's just me, but I feel like it makes it look a little bit better that way. All right, back to white for our balloon here. We're almost done. But I think I'm gonna add some fun stuff to it, so we're not finished yet. All right. I'll let this dry a second. Let me see what I've got in here. Hold on a second. I have not used, I was thinking about this the other day. I use a lot of, I make my own dots now. I haven't used these, so this one's probably too big. I'm gonna use this one. I'm gonna let this dry. We're gonna come over here and trying to decide if I want to do the dots on the writing or on the background. I'm thinking I want to do dots on the writing. So I'm just going to do some polka dots in white to make it look like it's shimmery. It's a party scene. I'll probably regret this in a second because it takes a minute, but it'll look good when it's done, I think. But the process can be time consuming. This one's not so bad because it's just one word, but I think the happy birthday is going to take a while. All right, so party is done. On to happy birthday. This could take us a minute. I'm gonna move these balloons so I don't get those on my shirt. Bear with me, friends. It's gonna take me a minute. It's gonna be cute when it's done. And I don't know if I'll post a picture of this one right away or if I'll wait until our actual birthday for Dizzy Designer to post it, but I'll definitely post a final picture at some point. I'll upload the video to YouTube, so the final picture will at least be on there right away. If you guys are following me on YouTube, which you should make sure you are, make sure you're following me in all the places. Really, I use Pinterest, YouTube, and Facebook the most, but you also want to make sure you're on my email list. I don't know if you guys have seen that. I'll be drawing a winner for a free kit every month, one of our paint club kits. If you're on my email list, then you are already registered. If you're not on my email list, you want to make sure you get on there. But my whole point was, if you're following me in all the places, if something happens to one social media, like Facebook goes down, or God forbid we're hacked or whatever, then you guys still would have access to me and my information, at least through email or through Pinterest or YouTube. So there we go, we got happy. Now we just gotta do birthday. Whew. Told you it's time consuming. But I do think it's cute. Makes it look like it's nice and sparkly, flashy. I'm gonna have to get some more white paint out. Oh, didn't really go. Hi, Danny. Oh, shoot. It's all right. It's wet and I can wipe it right off of there. Almost done with the polka dots, friends. And then we'll be able to look at it all done together and decide what else we want to do. I have one more idea that I want to do on the hat, but that will not be as time consuming as these dots are. I have to get some more white, just a dab. Yes, I am on Pinterest. I think just Dizzy Designer Ray on there as well. I'll have to double check. Some of them didn't let me do just Dizzy Designer, so I had to do the Ray, and I think I did go through and change everything to Dizzy Designer Ray to make them match. I have a TikTok too, but I don't really use it. I'm on Instagram as well. Again, I don't really use it, so I don't really promote those ones, but you can find me on all of the different platforms, but especially Pinterest and YouTube and Facebook. All right, I gotta clean this brush. It's getting goopy. One more little dot there. I just kind of want to look at it, make sure. I think it looks good. So there we go. Happy birthday. Hey, Wendy, how are you? Sorry, guys. All right, I'm gonna glue down my balloons real quick. I really like how the gold turned out. I might do another coat on there, just like I said, to make them really look goopy. It gives it that 3D, makes them look more real. Just trying to line those up with the etching just so that doesn't stick out. So what I think I'm gonna do, I'm gonna be careful that the balloons don't fall, but I think that I'm going to do some big polka dots with this little guy and the darker pink color. Actually, let's mix it. I'm gonna do the darker pink and the lighter pink together. Let's see what happens. I mean, might not work out, but it might, we'll see. Might be too much. Maybe I need to go back to, I don't know, I kind of like it. What do you guys think? I think I'm gonna leave it just like that. I don't even think I'm gonna add any more dots to it. I think 3's perfect. You guys like it? Hi, Tiffany, thank you. I'm gonna go up here. I got some white on my tip of my little hat, so I'm gonna fix that. But you know what I could do is some white polka dots, little tiny ones on here. You guys think that would be too much, or would that be cute? I think that might be cute. I think I'm gonna leave the balloons just how they are, not do anything more over here. The cake I think has enough, but I might just do some white polka dots on there. And I am gonna probably dip it just in the pink and go back over for a second coat on these dots, because I feel like it didn't cover the best. There we go, that's better. Sometimes you just gotta dab them a few times, so there we go. I really like that. I hope you guys like it. Thank you. But I think I'm gonna do some white dots here. Hopefully that doesn't overdo it. I'm kind of torn, but I feel like it'll pull everything together. Let me kind of put it on here real quick so you guys can see. There's where we are right now. I think Maybe not. What do you guys think? Should we do white dots on here or leave it? Let me know. I think maybe we could just leave it. I think I am gonna just leave it. And I'm gonna have to let this dry. I wanna go through and like take the little micro marker, what do I call them? Micron pens, and go in between the lines and in between like the balloons here. Just a few little places to give it a little bit more detail. Less is more, Georgie says. Vicky says leave it too. So does Wendy. Okay, we're gonna leave it. But I need to make sure that this is really dry. One thing I am gonna do a second thing of real quick though is this gold. I just want that to be nice and goopy. So I'm gonna do a second coat on here to make that nice and thick. And again, I did not clean that up at all. I just want that, you can see the texture there, nice and thick. So that's it, friends. Less is more. So cute, my kind of party. Awesome. I'm glad you guys like it. I'm not completely finished with it. Like I said, I want to add a few more things with the Micron pen, but it's mainly done. So I'll get some finished pictures of it when I am 100% completed, and I'll go ahead and I'll get the link posted to the kit on the video as well. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me tonight, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Have a great week. Bye, everybody.